Let me show you one of the features that I think is really cool in PowerPoint 2010, and surprisingly not easy to find, so I'll show you how to find it as well. When you're building rapid e-learning courses, a lot of what you're doing in PowerPoint is also building your graphics. So being able to create custom shapes or use the shape creation tool in PowerPoint to create your own shapes is really handy. So let me show you how this works. So I've got two shapes here. What I want to do is combine them. So I'm going to come up to my Home tab, and I've got this shape tool already built in here, and I'll show you how I did that. So we've got these shapes, and let's say I want a shape that looks like a thunderbolt, like this, right? Like it's a thunderbolt coming out of this rounded rectangle. Now I could select them and group them, and that works, but that's not a single shape. It's actually two shapes. So if I want to make it a single shape, I select both of them, and then one of the tools is the union tool, so shape union. So I can put them together, and now I have a single shape. Now once you do this, you can't ungroup them, so this then becomes a single shape, and at that point I can treat it like any other shape. I can scale it, fill it with colors, do whatever I want to do with that. So let's go backwards here. So let's say though I have a thunderbolt, and I actually want to cut a hole through a shape. So in a sense, I've got this rounded rectangle, but what I want to do is I want to punch a hole in here. Oops. I punch a hole in here that looks like the thunderbolt. Actually, let me send this to the front because I realize that this is behind it. Okay, so I've got my thunderbolt. So first thing I want to do is I select the shape that I want to have as my base shape, and then this will be my cutout. So I've got my shape, and then I select my cutout, and then I select the subtract, and what it's going to do is cut a hole in here. We can test that out because now you can see it's see-through. So if you need something where you got to kind of punch through a shape and kind of create your own shape, this is a great way to do that. It's a great way to build frames and different things like that in your courses. All right, so let's go backwards here. Let's say I want to just have parts of a shape. So where the two shapes intersect, that's what I want to keep. So in this case, I've got this here where these intersect, and just come over here and do an intersect and then cut the shape. So that's a great way to cut shape. So let's say, for example, you have one of these odd type of shapes like a cloud, and you want to cut it in half. There's really not an easy way to cut it in half, but if you do this here and you combine the shapes, you intersect, now you've cut the shape in half, and then you can use that on another shape. So it's a lot of neat things that you can do. So you kind of think of that as like a way to slice through your shape. So you can kind of slice through shapes, you can punch holes through them, and you can combine them. Now where do you find that? You notice I've got it on my Home tab. Well, that's easy enough to do. PowerPoint 2010 lets you customize your ribbon. So we go to File, go to Options. When you open that up, you'll see Customize Ribbon. I'll click on that. What you're going to have here is all the different commands. What you need to do is select All Commands, and that'll show you all the commands available to you. You just scroll all the way down until you get to the S's and look for shapes, and then you can see right here are shapes combine, and then the different shape effects, so outline, subtract, blah blah blah. So you can create a whole shapes section, and then what you do is just select one, and then you can add it to your tab. So in this case, the Home tab, I created a shape or group, and then inside that I have the different shape tools. So just add those to your toolbar that way, and then you'll be set. So use that, create your own images, a lot of neat things that you can do with it.